Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice came out in 2017. You may or may not have heard much on this game. I admit, I didn't. I just so happened to have stumbled across it on a Steam sale where I snagged it for $5. Let us take a closer look at Hellblade, and of course, no major story spoilers will be shown.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death.
Hellblade is a unique game. It's not the best game you'll ever play. The best way to describe it is a middle-of-the-pack experience when it comes to quantity and quality. It won't take too long to beat, as it roughly can be accomplished in 6 to 8 hours, and there really isn't anything too flashy or mind-blowing about this game. However, Hellblade manages to deliver a unique experience by putting you in Senua's perspective, as she battles severe psychosis, as she has voices racing through her mind. The entire game is built around this concept. It can take some time to get used to this, as it does play such a vital role in this game. The voices will give you context, and the voice acting is stellar. They do add to the suspense and the paranoia of the game. It's like nothing I've experienced in a game before, as the audio design is extraordinary, where the game has won awards solely on that alone. There is no other way to play this game except with headphones, as when you do, you get to experience the beauty of 3D audio design, where the voices sound as if they're in your own head. It really leads to some thriller-esque moments where you can't help but to be anxious at times. For the story, let me just start off by asking you this. Do you like Norse mythology and Viking stuff? If not, I'm going to tell you straight up, this isn't your game. As the story revolves around Senua, a young warrior who sets off on a journey through the Norse underworld of Helheim, in search to save her lover's soul. Overall, it's a sad, emotional, and a moving tale. It does contain some scary moments, as like I said, the voices really do add to the experience, where you can't help to be slightly overwhelmed at times. But at the end of it all, it's a good story considering how short it is. The actress who plays Senua, Malina Jurgens, won a few prestigious awards for her performance. It's well earned, as she does give a brilliant performance. For the gameplay itself, I'm going to start off by saying I hope you like puzzles. There is a good deal of them in this game, where most of the time you have rune symbols that appear on a door, and it's up to you to match that symbol to a line of sight symbol representing that rune, or other forms of line of sight puzzles within the game. This was a love and hate relationship. It can make you feel accomplished, where you figured something out, but on the other hand, it can be a pacing killer at times too, on how there could be a puzzle that became pretty tricky, and it could feel like it was dragging on and on as you were left wandering about searching for the results. This is a reoccurring thing in Hellblade. So, I will say again, I really hope you like puzzles. Hellblade does have some minimal combat sequences mixed in, where fighting isn't anything too special. Simple attack options, simple block option, and evade. Yeah, it's kind of satisfying when you time a block just right, but after about the 10th enemy, it becomes tedious. You are given an option in the menus to adjust combat if you desire, however. There are a few boss fights throughout Hellblade. I won't show you due to spoilers, but those would be the exception to the tiring combat, as they each contain a unique element in the fights pertaining to the bosses having special abilities. That's all I'll say on that matter. For $5, I got a steal with Hellblade. Sure, it's not as long as I traditionally like my story games to be, but for the short amount of time there is, it is a very solid narrative, which, with the way they ended it, hit my interest just right, where I'm keeping an eye out for when Hellblade 2 drops. Supposedly, it'll be sometime in 2024. I think it's a beautifully designed game when it comes to visuals and audio. It does tend to be grim and dark majority of the time, but it does have bursts of beauty. And like I mentioned, the audio. It's some of the best, if not the very best audio design I've encountered in a video game. Being very unique and a new experience I hadn't been exposed to before. Absolutely incredible in that department. It's not a complicated game, but like I said, it can be slightly annoying when it comes to puzzles. So basically, your tolerance of puzzles will be the make or breaking point of this game. Whether you should buy it or not is entirely up to you. So I feel like I've given you all the things there is that's important about Hellblade without dipping into spoilers. So that's going to be it for Hellblade. Thank you for your time and watching. Please drop a like and consider subscribing, as this growing community would love to have you. But most importantly, remember to take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video, which will appear right on your screen here.